All right, so as promised, here is a little tutorial on number one, how to load the dBerg bass and use it as a bass line. So the first thing you want to do is go to your new track, new drum program. Then you want to find your sample. Okay, so I like this one. Let's load that to a pad. So we have, first thing I want to do is edit the start point. So we have a nice starting point for it. Next thing we want to do is double click or go into your program edit. What we want to do is convert to a key group. You'll see all these started to light up. So first thing we need to do is go into our sample tune mix, and what we want to do is go to the root note. So the root note in most of these dBerg bass is C2. So we want to set the root note so that way when we do pad perform, everything lines up. So now we can go back to main, go into pad perform, C major. Everything is honky-dory. Pad bank B. Cool. So also what we want to do to make the bass sound more realistic is we want to change our amp envelope in. So I did that kind of fast. So you double click your sample in the main window, or you can hit the track edit. It's the same thing. So what we want to do is just increase the attack slightly, but what we really want to do is increase the release, the delay. So here's how it sounded before. You hear how that note drags along? So when you play the bass, you usually don't let notes drag that long. So by increasing our delay, sorry, I'm using the wrong word, decay. You can hear it start to fade out faster. And that is going to give you a good, starting point to attack the bass. So now that you got your bass program set up, let me quick chop something up and show you what I was talking about with how to find the key and everything. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm back. I just made a very simple drum loop and some chops, so if you want to hear it. It's nothing special, but it'll be good for this demonstration. So now what we want to do is go to our bass track. First thing we want to do is change it in pad perform to chromatic notes. Then we want to go to at least bank D. So we have a nice high, sound. Now what we want to do is we're going to play each note against the track and see which one feels like home. So let's do it. Nope. Nope. There it is. You hear how that's not clashing with anything? Hear this compared to yuck. So here we know our key is in E. Alright, so I'm going to go back down to bank B. I want to change this to E, and I want to change it to minor. So here's the secret sauce. So little music theory, a minor scale, a scale is 8 notes including the root. So you have your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then the octave. So when people say, oh, play the third of an E minor scale is G. Play the fifth of an E minor scale is B. So that's what people are talking about when they're talking about thirds, fifths, sevenths, things like that. That gets a little into more music theory than you need to know. So if we were to just mess around in E minor, all these notes are going to sound kind of good. Ready? But what's the real cheat code is something called pentatonics. So pentatonics, pent, 5. Pentatonics are 5 notes in a scale that aren't going to clash. They're the strongest notes in the scale. So the strongest notes in the scale are not going to clash as much as some of the weaker notes. It's hard to kind of explain, but pentatonic, kind of no matter what you play, is going to sound good because those are the strongest notes that relate to minor. So listen to it now. So that's just to emphasize that you don't really want to play a bass note on 3. You want to do 2 or 1. So, ready? So ready? So now let's lay something down. And there we have a bass line. So in the previous video, we set up the key group. This video, we found the key of the song. We changed it in pad perform to the right scale. We we did the cheat code to pentatonic, and now we got kind of a little groovy bass line. I hope this helps you guys.